As we begin, let's go ahead and step toward the front of our mats and find a mountain pose. With a big inhale, we're going to reach our arms up overhead, and as you exhale, lean to the left. Feel that nice stretch down the right side. Go ahead and take another breath here. Now we're going to inhale as we lift back up. Exhale as we tilt to the right this time, feeling that stretch down our left side. Big deep inhale and exhale. And inhale as we rise back up. And we're going to find a forward fold, so lead with your hearts as you bend towards or to the ground. Take a deep breath in and lift halfway up. And as you exhale, step, jump, or float back to your plank. And very slowly and with control, whether from your knees or from plank, we're going to come down through chaturanga and all the way up into up dog. Really gaze up to the sky here as you breathe in. Now exhale as we find our downward dog, really stretching into those heels. Take another breath here, and then walk, jump, or float. Your hands up, feet up to meet with your hands. Slowly as you inhale, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae, reaching arms overhead, bringing your hands down to heart center in prayer. Take a moment here. Reflect on why you clicked on this video. Why are you practicing yoga? With a deep breath, go ahead and reach back, arch back, and then lead with your hearts. Go ahead and bend forward as you exhale. Inhale as you lift to a flat spine. Exhale and fold. Walk, jump, or float back to a plank. Exhale through chaturanga, keeping those elbows in close to the sides. Inhale as you lift up into upward facing dog. Let's go ahead and exhale as you look over to that left shoulder. Take another breath here. Inhale as you come back forward. Exhale as you look over the right shoulder, finding a little twist here. Taking another inhale and exhale. Inhale as you come back to center. Let's go ahead and scoot back into a child's pose. Your knees can be spread a little bit wide. You're going to really sit those sit bones down on your heels. Try to let your forehead and even the top of your chest just kind of melt into the mat. Just take a breath right here in your child's pose. Now as you inhale, we're going to rise up into a tabletop, getting those knees below the hips, those wrists below the shoulders. We're going to come into a few cat-cows. So inhale as you arch your back and look up to the sky. Exhale as you round your back, looking towards your belly button. So inhale, look up. Exhale, round that spine. Inhale as you look up. Exhale as you round that spine, tucking the tailbone towards your forehead. Now inhale as you reach out with your left arm and your right foot back. Make a fist and collapse back in, your knee towards your elbow. Find a few tiger's tails. Remember to keeping your breath with this. Inhale and reach. Exhale and collapse. Now we're going to switch to the other side. So reach out, and we're just going to find a nice big stretch. And exhale, collapse. Inhale as you kick up. Exhale as you collapse. Inhale, one more reach. Exhale and collapse. Great job. Keep that breathing nice and steady. Finding our tabletop once again. We're going to inhale that left arm up to the sky. We're going to thread the needle now. So exhale as you find your way under that right bicep. Try to get a little bit of a twist here. You can walk that right arm out a little bit, get a little more of a twist. Let's just rest a few breaths here. Remembering that every time you exhale, that's the chance to just twist those shoulders a little bit more. Breathe into those tight spaces as you open up. Finding your way back to a tabletop. Rest for just a moment here. Shake it out, yes and no, yes and no. Let your head hang low. Now we're going to go ahead and rise that right arm up to the sky with a nice deep breath. And exhale as we thread the needle under that left bicep, coming down on the right shoulder, and then if you want, you can even walk that left arm just on spider tip fingers Go to the other end of your mat, finding a nice twist here. Really breathe out as much air as you can and you'll be able to twist just a little bit more. Finding our way back up into a tabletop. Get nice and steady here. Now let's exhale back into a child's pose. Sinking low. Let's go ahead and take a nice deep cleansing breath here. Let's breathe in all the way. Get your lungs just a little bit more full. Let's hold that breath for a 10 count. And we're going to exhale that breath all the way out. Inhale. Find your way up to a seated position. So whatever your comfortable seated position is, but make sure you kind of dog walk a little bit. Make sure you're rooted on those sit bones. And find a few breaths just with a straight spine here. Now if you'd like a strap, we're going to go into the shoulders just a little bit. You'll see this is an area where I'm not yet as open as I'd like to be, so I'm using the strap. The nice deep inhale, you're going to reach your arms back, and then thread that right arm up the spine behind your back. And then inhale as you lift that left arm up, and then reaching behind your head, keeping that tricep high. Try to touch fingertips or connect with a strap. And keeping that spine nice and straight, head up, you're going to begin to pull just a little bit with that left arm, and you'll feel it in your right shoulder there as it kind of begins to open up a little bit. With each breath, breathe in deep and exhale right into those tight shoulder spaces, and you'll feel them loosening up. Now let's go ahead and get ready to switch, so you can go ahead and move that strap over, but first let's reach our arms out, give ourselves a nice big hug. That's really going to be a nice release for that shoulder that we just worked. So now let's come into the other side. So we're going to inhale those arms out. Thread that left arm as you exhale up that spine. Now you're going to reach that right arm up and behind your head and connect via strap or maybe even fingertips. If you're more open, you may be able to pull your hands closer together. With each exhale, just think of pulling on that strap or pulling on those fingers just a little bit, making sure to keep your spine straight. Just a little bit of pressure. Again, breathing into those tight shoulder spaces as they begin to open up. Alright, now as we release slowly, bringing your arms forward, we're going to find a nice twist. So what I want you to do is tuck that right foot on the outside of that left thigh, and then bend that left knee so that you bring that left ankle to the left sit bone there. You're going to twist to the left, so a big inhale up and then exhale as you twist. Using that right arm on that left knee or thigh, give yourself a little bit more of a twist. And with each breath, think of growing taller through the spine, and as you exhale, twist just a little bit more. Finding our way back to the center once again, we're going to switch the other leg. So right leg over left, left leg to the side. We're going to inhale those arms up, this time twisting to the right. Using that left arm to push away on every exhale. As you inhale, just grow taller, exhale, and twist just another millimeter, just another little tiny bit. Good. Slowly finding your way back to center. We're going to come into a nice forward fold, so get those sit bones nice and rooted. Take a deep breath, lift those arms up overhead. Now exhale as you fold with a flat spine toward or to your feet. You could use a strap here around the feet and connect that way. With every exhale, I want you to think of leaning a little bit forward and toward those feet. But remember, we're not rounding our back, so with every inhale, straighten that back, and every exhale, hinge at the waist. Inhale as you come back. Find your seated position, and we're going to go ahead and find a downward facing dog. Really press through those heels, bring that head toward your shins. With every exhale, bending a little bit more. We'll go ahead and inhale that left leg up to the sky, one-legged down dog. Take a few breaths here. We're going to inhale and then exhale that leg in between those hands. We're going to rise up just into a runner's lunge. You should really start to feel it here in your legs. We're going to work at our legs for a little bit here. So take some nice breaths. It's okay if your legs begin to wobble. It just means that they're getting stronger. Keeping those hands suspended. Now inhale and use your core to rise up into a warrior one. Keeping that back foot at a 45-degree angle, that left foot forward, knee over your ankle. Those arms nice and straight with the shoulders down. We're going to exhale into warrior two. So you shift that right foot so it's more of a 90-degree and stare ahead as you reach over that left knee with your spine straight up and down. Inhale forward, exhale, and twist to the right. That left arm can land wherever it lands. If your elbow's on the knee, that's totally fine. But twist with every exhale, that chest toward the sky. Inhale as you go into a reverse warrior, reaching left arm overhead and right arm around behind. Still keeping that left ankle under that left knee. Should really start to feel in that left leg here. We're going to find our way into head to knee. So keeping both legs strong and straight, we're going to bend into that front knee, and you should really feel it in those hamstring spaces. Again, with each exhale, breathing in to those tight spaces. Let's go ahead and find a plank here. Send some energy out through the heels, nice and straight. We're going to exhale, really slow push up into chaturanga. Inhale all the way into up dog, really reach and look toward the sky. Exhale as we find a downward facing dog. Let's take another deep breath here. Exhale those heels a little bit more down. Good. Inhale that right leg up. Time to switch sides. Let's take a few breaths here. Right leg, toes pointed and up to the sky. Inhale deep and exhale that foot in between those hands. We're going to inhale up just a little bit into that runner's lunge. Keeping that left knee over that left ankle. Really putting some weight on that right thigh and growing it to be stronger. We're going to inhale, lift from the core, find that warrior one. Arms straight up and down, gaze straight ahead, and keep those hips squared. Push that left hip forward, pull that right hip back a little bit. You're doing great. Now we're going to exhale into warrior two. So now you're going to twist those hips to be square with your legs. Keeping that right leg bent as much as you can. Maybe just lean in a little millimeter more. We're going to inhale a straight spine. Find that twist. Remember, it's okay if your right arm is on that leg there. Really just focus on twisting that left arm and shoulder towards her, maybe a little beyond the sky. Inhale, and then exhale as you go back into the humble warrior. Wrapping your left arm and reaching overhead with your right. Inhale as we lean forward into that right leg, finding head to knee. Stay here for just a moment, just a breath. We're going to walk it back into plank. Again, send some energy out through those heels. Keep those legs strong and straight. Let's take another deep breath here. Let's go ahead and lift up that right arm as we find a side plank on the left. If you're able, look up to that right thumb up toward the sky. Really working both your upper body and your core here. Exhale that arm back down. We're going to switch sides, so inhale that left arm up to the sky. Again, if you're able, turn that gaze up to the sky as well. Exhale that arm all the way down to plank. Now let's take a nice deep inhale. We're going to exhale all the way into downward dog. This should feel really good after those strong-legged asanas. Let's take another deep breath here. Just take a moment to rest into those spaces in your downward dog. Inhale, and then jump our feet toward our hands there. Find a nice deep forward fold. Inhale to a flat spine. Exhale and fold. Let's just hang here for just a moment. With every exhale, just think of straightening those legs just a little bit more, or reaching just a little bit further. Let's go ahead and let go of our feet and let's twist side to side. Find a little movement there. Maybe hang loose, just kind of ragdoll for just a moment. Allowing yourself to rest. Let's go ahead and inhale as we reach up, and we're going to find a chair. Keeping those arms up and that back straight. Tuck that tailbone behind you. Just like you've got an invisible chair. Now look down, you should be able to see your toes. Let's go ahead and hold it. Now we're going to inhale and exhale those arms out. Now inhale those feet up onto the balls of the feet. You're like a sparrow, you're flying around. Taking a few breaths. Now, if you'd like, go ahead and place your hands on the ground. And with control, lift up into crow pose. Let's take a few calm breaths here. When you're ready, if you want, shift forward onto the head. We're going to find our headstand. Keeping those toes pointed and together. It's okay if you wobble a little bit. Just think of deep, breathing deep. When you're ready, with control, go ahead and come back down. Finding those elbows with those knees, lifting back up into crow. Taking another breath here. Let's go ahead and let our feet find the mat here. We're going to find the frog. Hands in prayer, pushing our legs apart. Feet resting flat on the ground. Nice deep breath. As your hands find the mat, we're going to find another tabletop here. And let's go ahead and sink down into a child's pose. Let's take a nice deep breath. Breathe in. And out. Another deep breath in. And out. If you'd like, you can bring your prayer to the nape of your neck. Walk those elbows out just a little bit, get a nice stretch. Go ahead and place those arms on the ground, look forward. I'm going to move back into another plank. You can imagine a nice straight line from the top of your shoulder blades to the back of your heels. No arch one way or the other. Now let's exhale as we keep those elbows close to the sides and really slowly and with control find chaturanga into an up dog. Really reach and lift to the sky as you inhale. Now exhale into down dog. And after your breath, let's go ahead and walk our hands back to our feet this time. Find a nice forward fold. Just rest here for a moment. We're going to inhale, rounding up, vertebrae by vertebrae, arms up overhead. Exhale, your hands in prayer to the center of your chest. This is your mountain pose. You're strong and you're grounded. Your feet are completely flat. We're going to find a mountain on the left and reaching that right leg up to wherever it goes. It could be your shin. You could even kickstand it off your ankle. It could be your thigh, not your knee. Or you can practice half lotus as I'm doing here. Try to find a nice steady space. Keep that right hip back. Maybe bring that right knee back a little bit. Keep that spine straight. Now let's fold forward. And if you'd like, this is a great place to be, just right here folding forward. I'm going to work toward something that I'm working on here. And I'm going to fail a little bit. I'm working toward a handstand there. But let's go with the headstand instead. I'm going to go for eagle legs, something I'm working on as well. Again, you're always going deeper in this practice, aren't you? Again, if you're in that forward fold, just deeper and deeper. Finding your way back to your feet. We're going to walk it out a little bit. Good job. You guys are doing great. And now we're going to find the mountain On the right side, lifting that left leg up to wherever it goes. Putting hands in prayer. Keeping that left knee and hip back. Keeping your gaze straight ahead. Just taking some nice deep breaths. Your heel is grounded. Both corners of the balls of your feet are grounded. You're steady, strong. Now if you'd like, go ahead and lean forward. Find the ground with your hands if you're able. Stay just right there if you'd like. Or if you'd like to work toward number 4 or a handstand. Oh, can't quite get there myself. Working on deepening my practice. For now, we'll go back into a headstand. The eagle legs. Wherever you are, just breathe. Nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. With control. Finding your way back slowly. And let's go ahead and find a forward fold. Let it all go for just a moment. Maybe grab hold of ankles, the back of your feet. Try to pull yourself just a little bit closer. With each exhale, straighten those knees just a little bit more. Find a deeper fold. We're going to inhale, rise up vertebrae by vertebrae, just rolling it out. Arms up overhead. Exhale your prayer to the center of your chest. Let's take a nice deep breath here. Now we're going to lift up that left foot. Inhale it up, keeping those toes flexed. Exhale. We're going to inhale as we find a footprint out ahead of us. Keeping that leg strong and straight. Excellent. Now we're going to reach it back. With your left arm, reach behind you, keeping your hand on the inside of the foot. With your thumb on the arch, we're going to kick back that left foot, and you'll see it really opens your spine up as you do this. And then if you're able, reach slowly forward and hinge down. Now we're going to go into eagle legs with eagle arms. Again, this is something I'm working on. Finding your way back, maybe walk it out, shake it out just a little bit. Great job, guys. I'm going to lift that right leg up, keeping that foot flexed. Good. We're going to inhale that foot straight out, as high as you can. At the beginning, it's not going to be very high. That's okay. All right, bringing it back. We're going to find dancer on the right. So kick that leg out, really feel that arch. Reach that left arm, and if you're able, just hinge forward at the waist. Taking a few breaths here. All right, with control, coming back to center again. Shake it out, walk it out. You guys are doing great. All right, finding a mountain. We're going to inhale those arms up overhead. Exhale, lead with your hearts, forward fold. Inhale as you lift halfway up. Exhale, walk, jump, or step back to plank. Let's take just a few breaths in plank. Remember to send some energy out through the heels. Keep those legs strong and straight. Deep breaths. Go ahead and rise that left leg up just a bit. Really feel it in your core if you do this. Keep breathing. Always breathing. All right, finding your way back to the ground. Let's go ahead and lift that right leg. Inhale it up. Let's take some nice deep breaths here. Working that core. Bringing that foot back down. Let your chest and your belly find the mat. We're going to reach back to our feet. We're going to find the bow pose. This time the hands are on the outsides of the feet. We're going to kick our legs back, and you'll see it really lifts your shoulders. With each breath, you're going to rise that chest up a little bit, and exhale as you kick those legs out. You can rock forward and back if you'd like. Let's go ahead and find our mats. Let's make a little pillow for our heads with our arms there. Doesn't matter which side. Just take a few deep breaths here. Alright, finding your way back to a tabletop and then to your comfortable seated position, whatever way gets you there. I'm going to scoot toward the center of our mat here, and let's bring our heels in close to our bottoms there. Give your legs a nice big hug. Tell yourself something that you're grateful for here. I hope that you're grateful that you're doing yoga. Man, even if you're following a YouTube video, that's great. Good for you. That's how I started. Let's go ahead and find a little rock and roll here. Rock back on that spine. Kick forward with those legs. Nothing too crazy. Just massage your spine just a little bit. It should feel really good. Alright, speaking of our spines, let's go ahead and find our spines and lift our legs up to 12 o'clock. Now we're going to grab a hold of the outside of the feet. Find a happy baby here. Maybe bring those feet toward your forehead. Really bring the stretch in. Good. Now play with those legs if you want. Maybe kick them out. Keep those hands on there. Whatever movement really feels good to you, just go ahead and open up, but don't forget to breathe. Bring those legs back up to 12 o'clock. Now we're going to bend into that right knee, letting the left leg down. We're going to interlock fingers just below the right knee. And bringing that thigh to the outside of the rib cage, we're going to, just using the strength of our arms, bring that knee toward the shoulder. This should feel really good. You're massaging your ascending colon when you do this. Exhale and let that foot back down. You're going to inhale that left leg up. Again, interlocking fingers around that left leg just below the knee. Bring that knee in toward that shoulder, this time massaging your descending colon. Alright, go ahead and exhale that arm or that leg back down. You're going to bring that right foot over that left knee. Kind of the same thing. We're going to interlock our fingers behind that left shin. We're going to pull this time our right ankle toward that left shoulder. Good. Now we're going to switch there. Right ankle or left ankle on top of right knee. Hands interlaced below the right knee. Bring that left ankle toward that right shoulder. Good. Let those legs find 12 o'clock once again. And now with control, really using your core here. Going to slowly, 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 as you exhale, those legs all the way down. All the way down. Beautiful. Let's take a deep breath here. Alright, we're going to get ready to go into a back bend here. Bridge would be a great substitute. Going to exhale as you lift. Find a nice bend. This should feel really good on that lower spine. Really working it. Work to straighten those arms. Keep those knees together. Come up on your toes and then just tuck your head to your chest, your chin to your chest. Slowly release back down. Then always, after you do a back bend, give yourself a nice big hug. Yeah, just right there on the spine. Good. Get a nice compression. Let's get those legs up. And again, slowly exhaling our legs, really, really, really slow, just a millimeter at a time. All the way to the ground. Really, really strengthening that core when we do that. And now we're going to find the final asana, Shavasana. Let's go ahead and let our Arms out to the side, keeping your hands below your heart. Let your feet fall out to the side. And I want you to just completely and totally relax. Let every muscle, every tendon, every sinew, every cell of your being completely relax. You're just dead weight. Think of your head as it relaxes. Think of your eyebrows. Maybe they begin to separate and you relax the muscles of your face. Let your arms relax. Your biceps fall flat. Your fingertips go loose. Your spine, you worked it hard. We want to take care of our spines. You're only as young as your spine, and you just took a lot of great effort to keep your spine healthy. Let each vertebrae just sink toward the mat. Let both sides of your bum completely relax. Your legs are completely relaxed. Your thighs, your knees, your calf, your ankles, every part of your body completely relaxed. Allow your thoughts to just melt away. There's no need to think of anything except for this moment right here. This moment is all that there is right now. If you're stuck thinking about the past, that's over. If you're thinking of what you got to do today, that's not right now. Just take a moment to relax. Now slowly allow my voice to bring you back. Maybe just find a little movement, just a little at a time. Maybe wiggle those toes and those fingers just a little bit. Slowly clench and unclench the fists. Rock those wrists and those ankles. Good. Now finding your way back to your side, let's find a fetal position here. Just find a moment to rest. And whenever you're ready, finding your way up to a seated position. Just bring your hands into prayer, center of your chest. Just take a nice deep breath all the way in and think of filling your belly from the bottom all the way up to the top like a big pitcher of water. And slowly exhale from the top down. Let's take another nice deep breath in. Now let it out slowly. Well, thank you for joining me and sharing the practice today. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Namaste stoked, everybody.